You're watching Tamaqua's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight on WYLN News. I'm Gary Perna. We begin tonight in the city of Hazleton, where there's one big question looming over the city and Mayor Jeff Cassatt's administration. Is Police Chief Jerry Spezialy leaving his position in Hazleton? According to an article in NorthJersey.com, the Patterson mayor is calling for Spezialy, who also serves as Patterson's Director of Public Safety, to resign his Hazleton job. Spezialy, who was appointed Patterson's police director in July of 2014 by then Mayor Joey Torres, and now current Mayor Andre Seid, kept Spezialy on the job. But now that job has changed. The new mayor in Patterson has merged the Director of Police and Director of Fire Safety into one position, that's the Director of Public Safety. But now he's getting some calls and concerns from constituents about the situation. The mayor in Patterson is also concerned that Spezialy will not be able to do both jobs with the added responsibilities. NorthJersey.com also is reporting that 8 out of the 9 Patterson City Council members do not have a problem with Spezialy working in Hazleton and in Patterson. 4 years ago, then Mayor-elect Jeff Cassatt announced that he would appoint Spezialy to police chief on a part-time basis. Since then, he's become full-time. WYLN reached out to Cassatt today. He said that the chief is committed to him and the residents of Hazleton. In a message from Police Chief Jerry Spezialy, he told us that he is not stepping down and he looks forward to continuing with the progress that Mayor Jeff Cassatt has started. City Council President Bob Gavio said Spezialy has been proactive and always has an open-door policy, and Gavio went on to say that he approves of the job that the chief has been doing. City Councilman Tony Colombo does not have a problem with the chief, saying Jerry is doing a great job in the city of Hazleton. He's one of the hardest workers I know. Again, Spezialy is not stepping down as police chief in the city of Hazleton. Now to Schuylkill County, a man and his girlfriend are facing charges after police say they told their 4-year-old son to enter his grandparents' home and take an Xbox game console. East Union Township Police have filed charges against 39-year-old Dennis Antonelli Jr. and 41-year-old Tiffany White Knight. Those charges are corruption of minors, conspiracy to commit theft by unlawful taking, and receiving stolen property. According to police, the crime happened when Antonelli Jr., who lives across the street, told his son and him to enter his parents' home and take the Xbox. The system, valued at $300, belongs to Dennis and Maureen Antonelli Sr.'s 8-year-old grandson. Dennis Jr. and White Knight first denied knowing anything about this during interviews that were conducted by police. Police then found out the truth that the Xbox, which was found later in a home in the dresser. Both have to answer those charges in Schuylkill County Magistrate Court. State police were inside a home Tuesday afternoon in the city of Hazleton, but what was going on is not yet known. Troopers have not released any information on what was going on, but they were spotted inside of a home at 149 North Wyoming Street. At times, their guns were drawn. Witnesses tell WYLN News that there were a number of plainclothes officers and a couple officers in uniform. The former band director at Pittston area was charged Tuesday with having sexual intercourse with students. 29-year-old Brendan Carter was fired from his school position when he initially was charged back in October. Luzerne County detectives filed additional charges against Carter, alleging he had sexual contact with a student. He was also charged with child pornography. Carter was arraigned on 8 separate charges involving students. Charges filed against him include involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, sexual assault, sexual contact with a student, indecent assault, indecent exposure, and child pornography, along with corruption of minors and criminal use of a communication facility. He was jailed at the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $875,000 bail total. Police in Sugarloaf Township are looking for a Columbia County woman who fled from a traffic stop Sunday night. Officers are looking for this woman, Kate Taylor. She is 35 years old and police say she lives in Benton. An officer patrolling in the area of the Turkey Hill went to stop the car. That's when Taylor took off driving and she got away from police. Taylor, who had a suspended driver's license, ran behind the Walmart store, and despite multiple officers from multiple departments surrounding the area, they were unable to find her. She is facing fleeing charges and traffic-related offenses, according to police. Anyone with information about her whereabouts is being asked to call police at 570-788-5339. All information will be kept confidential. Now to West Mahanoy Township, where police there are currently investigating a theft of a camping trailer, which occurred in the early morning hours of March 21st. According to police there, the vehicle was stolen was a black and white 2019 29-foot Grand Design Imagine travel trailer with registration XLJ 4290. That was stolen from an area of the budget storage on Altamont Boulevard just outside of Frackville. Surveillance footage caught the trailer being towed away from the location. Anyone with information on this incident is being asked to contact the West Mahanoy Township Police Department at 570-462-2360. Crews from Hazel Township Fire Department were called to a truck fire late Tuesday night. The call came in around midnight. Crews found an unmanned tractor trailer fully engulfed in flames on the Stockton Road. Crews found the vehicle without a driver, and there was no trailer attached at the bottom of the hill just south of Route 940. Firefighters extinguished the fire in the vehicle and in the woods around it. Firefighters had to contain a small fuel leak. State police at Hazleton are investigating the circumstances around this fire in Hazel Township. Well, coming up on Wyln News, one local ER is closing its doors. Why and who is coming up? Plus, construction on a new apartment building is a no-go. Those details are ahead. But first, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for you tonight. We will see partly sunny skies, a high of 53 on Thursday. Friday, we're going to see rain most of the day, a high of 38. And on Saturday, partly sunny skies, a high of 60.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli has been voted Northeastern Pennsylvania's best craft beer selection several years running. Krugel's is your craft beer headquarters, and gift baskets are available for all occasions. Krugel's is home of the Crowler. Fill your Crowler up in their tap system and keep your favorite beer fresh longer. Krugel's Georgetown Deli, Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Check them out on the web at georgetowndeli.com.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with the Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
The emergency room will be closing at one area hospital and moving to a nearby campus. Lehigh Valley Health Network is improving its Pottsville facilities by streamlining services. Beginning in May, the ER services will be offered at Lehigh Valley Health Schuylkill at their East Norwegian Street campus.
They've actually been in planning since Lehigh Valley acquired these Schuylkill facilities here for 2.5 years, but we're now actually at the point of executing that. On 1 May, we'll actually close the emergency department at the South Campus. And the reason that's important is that we'll then move all of those resources over here to the east to help handle capacity and so forth.
The facility sees about 14,000 walk-in patients at the South Campus ER each year, which will be handled at the East Norwegian Street campus because of the acute care capabilities.
It'll give us more resources to be able to better take care of them. Right now we've been split between 2 campuses while we migrated and integrated campuses, which again was the original plan 2.5 years ago when Lehigh Valley took over these facilities. We're now being able to put those together so we'll be able to more efficiently take care of the population that needs emergency department care.
The 2 hospitals have a history of taking care of patients for over 100 years, and Lehigh Valley Health Network plans to continue on with the quality care for the Schuylkill County community. Well, sticking with Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton was presented with a Brady buggy this afternoon. Wyln's Julia Wiegand has those details.
Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton was honored with a Brady buggy this afternoon thanks to the Lions of Pennsylvania Foundation and the Northeast PA Lions Service Foundation. Sherry and Michael Wells started the Hugs for Brady Foundation in 2009, shortly after their 13-month-old son, Brady Michael, was diagnosed and lost his battle with non-differentiated acute leukemia, a very rare form of leukemia.
We are honored that the Lions Foundation chose us to donate the buggy for the Lions emblem. We think it's a wonderful gift that would really enhance our pediatric patients' patient experience. While we don't care for pediatric cancer patients, we do have all types of pediatric patients that come through the hospital as inpatients, and this will absolutely make their stay much nicer.
So, what's a Brady buggy? The animal-shaped wagons provide children with a safe, familiar means of transportation within a hospital. The Brady buggy features a trailer to tow an IV pole, which allows kids to be mobile even during chemo treatments.
One of the things that was most disturbing was that keeping him in bed. He was from the age of 1 to 2 while this was going on, and they decided to start this foundation. They came up with this idea of a wagon, and originally they were in different shapes and sizes, and a very tenacious lion got the company to make these buggies in a lion format.
This service learning project is statewide throughout the Lions 17 districts. Since last August, District 14U Lions District Administrator Diana Deloy has been raising money to donate Brady buggies to various hospitals with pediatric wards, LVH Hazleton's being the 6th.
Our motto is we serve. We have framework of the things that we definitely want to concentrate on, and one of them is pediatric cancer. We also do tons of work in each community. Wherever there's a Lions Club, they do a lot of work in their community.
Every year, over 13,500 children are diagnosed with cancer in the United States. No child is turned away from the Hugs for Brady Foundation, no matter what their financial status or if they don't have health insurance. According to the foundation, it costs about $10,000 a day to be a patient on the pediatric oncology floor. You too can donate toward this fight by visiting hugsforbrady.org. Reporting in Hazleton for Wyln News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
It's a no-go for a developer who wanted to build 8 apartment buildings on land near Woodcrest Development in Hazel Township. Hazel Township Zoning Board voted 2-0 to deny a variance to Richard Angelo for requests for that buildings. The board reached its decision during a hearing that continued from early March. The board chairman said the denial vote was based on part of the zoning ordinance that lists 5 criteria that applicants must meet to secure a variance. About 40 people who attended that initial hearing in March told the zoning board that they had some concerns about the impact of the project that would have on utilities, runoff, traffic, and wildlife and quality of life. The project was proposed in a conservation district. Construction season is here in Pennsylvania, and the transportation officials are working out, and they are working outside, and they want you to be careful when in work zones. Transportation leaders kicked off National Work Zone Awareness Week a little early. It runs next week from April 8th through April 12th.
Move over. don't text and drive. Be aware of the fact that these are people and that they have wives, husbands, daughters, and sons. Slow down, take a break, let people move over, and just use common courtesy. We didn't make the laws of Pennsylvania to punish people. We made it to make the roads safer for everybody. Abide by the rules, respect other cars, and most importantly, when you see those construction zones, slow down.
One turnpike worker who was hit by a tractor trailer 2.5 years ago spoke out at the event.
So he slammed into us at 68 miles an hour. Okay, I should not be here. You were talking to a dead man walking. I've come to grips with that. My family's come to grips with that. I should have died that day. The troopers don't understand why I survived. My partner's had 2 critical back surgeries. He's waiting on a 3rd. He'll never work again. He'll never play with his grandkids again. He can't even teach T-ball and volunteer at his church again. He's partially bedridden. I talk to him constantly.
According to PennDOT, 89 workers have been killed on the job since 1970. State law requires drivers to use their headlights in work zones even during daylight hours and follow reduced speed limits. Drivers going 11 miles or more over that limit will be fined and could lose their license for up to 15 days. Well, coming up on Berwick's News Choice, the countdown is on to this weekend's Helping Hand Telethon. But first, we head out to the Dennison Center for this week's Wellness Wednesday. Stay with us.
It's spring, and savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop our large inventory and drive off with a great deal. Lease a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 for $189 a month. And during Ram Truck Month, get select Ram 1500 4x4s for as low as $32,890. Or get 0% for 72 months on the Ram 1500. Savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN, and look, it's Wednesday, which means it's Wellness Wednesday, thanks to our friends over at Lehigh Valley Health Network. And today we are on location at the Dennison Center on Alliance Drive with Dr. Patrick Fierro, OBGYN, who's here to talk with us today a little bit about general gynecology, but let me narrow it down a little bit for you. Mom and Dad, your little girl might not be so little anymore, and it might be time to consider scheduling her for her first gynecologist appointment. You know, what's a good age?
Absolutely. The current recommendation is to start GYN examination at the age of 21. When I first started practice, the recommendation was the age of 18 or first sexual contact. We do recommend that if a woman has been sexually active within 3 years of first sexual contact, that she start having GYN examinations. Most important thing is to get a woman on board with contraception at any age, especially if they're sexually active, and or protective measures to protect against sexually transmitted diseases, because those things are important. We have to remember that although the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology is recommending the first pap smear at the age of 21, those are just guidelines, not mandates. So you really have to individualize treatment and recommendations for each patient. A woman should have an annual examination, annual meaning every year. Pap smears and other screening tests, pap smear being a screening test, is something that's done on a yearly basis depending on whether or not she's had normal pap smears in the past. If a woman has had 3 normal pap smears, we can then stretch out the time limit on pap smears to 3 years. We do reflexive human papillomavirus screening for pap smears. If the pap smear was negative for HPV, we then can stretch it out to 5 years. So that's something that we recommend at all age groups.
Now, we called, we scheduled. Walking into that appointment, what should that young woman expect?
Well, nothing terrible. It's not a torturous examination. Most gynecologists are extremely sensitive to the fact that this is a very sensitive area, and it's a sensitive area both physically and emotionally. So we're very careful as far as doing an examination on a woman, and she should expect to be examined entirely. Now, most gynecologists do a full physical examination, meaning heart, lungs, abdomen. We do breast examinations. We recommend self-breast examinations as well. She will have a pelvic examination depending on whether or not she's sexually active, and in most instances a rectal as well.
When you mentioned contraception, there's a lot of options out there for young women considering getting on the pill, getting an implant?
Oh, there's a lot of options, and anywhere from barrier methods such as male condoms, there's female condoms, there are diaphragm cervical caps. You can get not only the pill, which is once a day, but there's the patch, which is once a week, or a ring, which is applied once a month. There are injections once every 3 months. There's an implantable, which is the same as an injection, which goes into the forearm, and that's good for 3 years. The old recommendation was intrauterine devices. Shouldn't be used unless a woman's had children, but now we apply them even for women who haven't had children because they're safer, and they're a lot easier to apply, and they don't cause cervical incontinence or anything of that sort. And if a woman's in a monogamous relationship and not practicing dangerous sexual practices, then an IUD is a recommendation. And we've got them for 5 years all the way up to 10 years. And these are all viable solutions. And of course, there's permanent sterilization. And a lot of women are vying for that option. But I wouldn't recommend that until past the age of 30. I know some doctors do it sooner, but I've seen a lot of regrets in women below that age.
There's nothing to be scared of. Your gynecologist is here for you. Thank you for joining us on this Wellness Wednesday in Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with the Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis has announced that the annual Luzerne County Crime Watch meeting will be held Tuesday, April 9th at 6 p.m. The meeting will take place in the jury room on the second floor of the Luzerne County Courthouse. All Crime Watch groups are invited and encouraged to attend, as well as members of the public seeking to begin or join a crime watch. The meeting will focus on the concerns of each group in their particular area of Luzerne County.
The thon is just right around the corner this Saturday, April 6th. The nonprofit organization serves special needs children and their families through educational and therapeutic services.
We have all-day entertainment. The children are on 12-1, 6 and 7, so you don't want to miss them. We have a long line of tricky trays. We have Lewis with Fun Faces coming to face paint. A Disney princess will be making an appearance. We have a $5 prize barrel. For $5, you pick a prize out. Everybody's a winner. There's gas cards, gift certificates, places to go eat. There's sporting events tickets.
The telethon will be held at Genetti's Ballrooms on South Church Street in Hazel Township.
And then we have a silent auction, and we have some great auction items this year. We have Penn State football helmets autographed by the head coach, James Franklin, an autographed Joe Namath football card, a baseball signed by Robinson Cano, baseball signed by Joe Madden, Tommy Lasorda, and Joe Madden's autographing his book for us. So we have a lot of great items and a lot of family fun for the day.
The staff and children are busy getting ready for their annual telethon, which broadcasts live Saturday, April 6th, right here on WYLN.
It's constant work, trying to get people to sponsor and come on the phones and volunteer, and it is a lot of work prepping the kids with their entertainment, and so we've been working hard, but it's coming together, and it's our biggest financial support of the year, so we want everybody to come down. And
if you can't come on Saturday, don't worry. You can call 570-501-8800 to donate, or check out their Facebook page for the link to their website. Once again, the Helping Hand Society's 2019 telethon this Saturday, April 6th, can be seen live from noon to 11 p.m. right here on WYLN. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Great event. Minor League Baseball is making a return to WYLN TV. Starting tomorrow night, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs will be making their return to our TV screens. The Iron Pigs will be taking on Rochester. That game starts at 7 p.m. WYLN TV is proud once again to bring you the game thanks to our friends at Service Electric Cable TV in Allentown. On your screen right now is a list of the games that will be going on through the month of April. Again, we kick off the season tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Well, that's the news. Remember, you can always get news updates on the WYLN News Facebook page, and stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon will be held